Sometimes, the more you try not to feel something, the stronger it becomes. You push away the sadness, but it returns in quiet moments. You try to ignore the fear, but it follows you into every decision. You tell yourself to stop thinking about the past, yet the same memories keep coming back. This does not mean you are weak or broken. It simply means that something inside you is asking to be seen, understood, and gently released. Fighting your emotions can feel like holding a heavy door closed. It takes your energy, steals your peace, and keeps you connected to the very thing you want to escape. Healing begins when you stop fighting yourself. It begins when you can say, "This is what I feel right now, and I am allowed to feel it." Acceptance does not mean you want the pain or agree with what happened. It means you are no longer allowing it to control your inner world. In the next section, you will hear long-form affirmations to help you acknowledge your emotions without judgment. Let these words remind you that you do not have to force anything away. You can breathe, soften, and allow yourself to release what you no longer need. Take a slow breath and allow yourself to be exactly as you are in this moment. You do not have to hide your feelings, rush your healing, or pretend that everything is fine. Say quietly within yourself, "I allow myself to feel without fear. I accept the emotions moving through me because they are not my enemies. They are temporary visitors, and I can listen to them without allowing them to control me. I release the need to judge myself for feeling tired, hurt, angry, confused, or afraid. Every feeling carries a message, and I am learning to understand that message with patience and kindness. I am safe enough to be honest with myself. I can notice my pain without becoming lost in it. I can face what is inside me without believing it will stay forever. I give myself permission to pause, breathe, and soften. I no longer need to push my emotions into silence. I allow them to rise, move through me, and leave when they are ready. I trust that accepting this moment is helping me heal. I am not weak for feeling deeply. I am human, and my heart deserves understanding. With every breath, I create more space within myself. I choose compassion instead of criticism, patience instead of pressure, and peace instead of resistance. I am learning that when I stop fighting what I feel, I begin to set myself free. Resistance does not always look like a clear fight. Sometimes, it appears as constant overthinking. You replay the same situation, hoping to find a different answer. Sometimes, it appears as a distraction. You stay busy, scroll for hours, or fill every quiet moment, because silence may bring up feelings you do not want to face. Resistance can also look like pretending you are fine, even when something inside you is hurting. You may smile, continue with your day, and tell yourself that it does not matter, but your body and mind still carry the weight. The need to control everything is another form of resistance. You may try to predict every outcome, avoid every mistake, or make people behave the way you want. This often happens because uncertainty feels frightening. However, the more tightly you hold on, the more tired and anxious you may become. You cannot control every person, event, or result, but you can choose how you care for yourself through them. Recognizing resistance is not a reason to blame yourself. It is an opportunity to understand yourself better. When you notice that you are avoiding, controlling, denying, or overthinking, pause gently. Ask yourself what feeling you are trying not to face. Awareness is the first step toward release. Once you see what you are holding, you can begin to loosen your grip. Acceptance can be difficult because it is often misunderstood. Accepting what happened does not mean that it was right, fair, or acceptable. It does not mean that you must forget the pain or allow someone to hurt you again. Acceptance simply means recognizing that the past has already happened and cannot be changed. When you stop arguing with that truth, you stop giving the past the power to disturb every present moment. You may have spent a long time wishing that someone had treated you differently, that you had made another choice, or that life had followed a different path. These thoughts are natural, but repeating them cannot rewrite what has already taken place. They only keep your heart tied to a moment that is no longer happening. You deserve to live beyond that moment. Begin by telling yourself, I may not like what happened, but I accept that it happened. I cannot change the past, but I can choose what I carry forward. This choice allows you to protect your peace without denying your experience. You can remember without reopening the wound every day. You can learn without continuing to punish yourself. Acceptance may happen slowly, and that is okay. Each time you choose reality over regret, you reclaim a little more of your energy. You make room for healing, freedom, and a future that is not controlled by what came before. The need to control everything often begins with a desire to feel safe. You may believe that if you plan every detail, understand every person, and prepare for every possible problem, nothing will be able to hurt you. But life does not always follow a plan. People can make unexpected choices, opportunities can arrive late, and situations can change without warning. Trying to control all of this can leave your mind exhausted and your heart constantly afraid. Releasing control does not mean giving up on your goals or becoming careless. It means understanding the difference between what belongs to you and what does not. Your effort, choices, boundaries, and attitude are within your control. Other people's actions, the past, timing, and every final result are not. When you focus your energy on what you can change, you feel stronger. When you stop chasing what you cannot change, you feel lighter. Remind yourself, I can do my part without forcing the outcome. I can prepare without expecting life to be perfect. I can trust myself to handle whatever comes next. You do not need every answer before taking another step. Some things become clear only after you move forward. Letting go is not losing control. It is releasing a burden that was never yours to carry. You can loosen your grip and still remain responsible, hopeful, and strong. Letting go of the past does not mean erasing your memories. It does not mean pretending that something never happened or forgetting what it taught you. It means choosing not to carry the pain into every new day. The experience can remain part of your story without continuing to control your thoughts, choices, and emotions. Every difficult moment has shown you something. Perhaps you learned to protect your boundaries, listen to your inner voice, or stop accepting less than you deserve. Perhaps you discovered how strong you can be when life changes suddenly. Keep that wisdom, but release the suffering attached to it. You do not need to reopen the wound to remember the lesson. You do not need to stay angry to prove that the experience mattered. Tell yourself, I honor what I have been through, but I will not remain trapped there. I keep the wisdom and release the weight. I forgive myself for what I did not know at the time. The person you were made the best choices they could with the understanding they had. You know more now, and you can move differently. Your past may explain parts of you, but it does not decide who you must become. You are allowed to close an old chapter without receiving every answer or apology. Sometimes, healing begins when you decide that your peace is more important than holding on. When you release what has been weighing on you, you create space for something different to enter your life. A mind filled with old arguments, painful memories, and fear has little room for peace. A heart that is still waiting for the past to change may struggle to notice the good that is available now. Letting go clears this inner space. It allows you to see new choices, receive new experiences, and connect with life in a healthier way. The empty space may feel uncomfortable at first. You may miss the familiar thoughts, habits, or even the pain you carried for so long. This does not mean you should return to them. It means your mind is adjusting to a new way of living. Give yourself time. Fill that space with rest, honest conversations, gentle routines, supportive people, and moments that make you feel present. Remind yourself, I am making room for peace. I am open to experiences that respect my heart. I no longer need to repeat what has already taught me its lesson. You do not have to know exactly what is coming next. Your responsibility is simply to stop blocking the doorway with what has already ended. As you release old emotional weight, you become more available for joy, love, clarity, and growth. Something new can begin when you are willing to make room for it. Peace does not always come after every problem has been solved. Sometimes it begins when you decide to return your attention to the moment in front of you. Your mind may travel back to something painful or move ahead to something uncertain, but your life is happening now. In this moment, you can pause, you can breathe, you can notice that you are still standing, still learning, and still capable of choosing your next step. Take a slow breath and feel your body soften. Notice where you are holding tension. Relax your shoulders, loosen your jaw, and let your breathing become natural. You do not have to solve your whole life during this one moment. You only need to be present with yourself. Say quietly, I am safe in this breath. I release the pressure to understand everything right now. I choose to meet this moment with a calm and open heart. Choosing peace does not mean difficult thoughts will never return. It means you no longer have to follow every thought or believe every fear. You can notice them and gently bring your attention back to what is real right now. Each time you do this, you teach your mind that calm is available. The present moment becomes a place where you can rest, regain your strength, and remember that you are greater than anything you are feeling. Not knowing what comes next can feel frightening, especially when you have already experienced disappointment. You may want a clear sign, a perfect plan, or a promise that everything will work out exactly as you hope. But life rarely gives complete answers in advance. Often, the path becomes visible one step at a time. Trust begins when you stop demanding certainty and start believing that you can meet life as it unfolds. You have already made it through days when you did not know what to do. You have adapted to changes you never expected and found strength during moments that once felt impossible. Let those experiences remind you that uncertainty is not always a warning. Sometimes it is simply an open space where a new direction can appear. Say to yourself, I do not need to see the entire path to take the next step. I trust that clarity will come when I am ready to receive it. I trust myself to make wise choices with what I know today. You are not failing because you do not have every answer. You are still growing, learning, and discovering what is right for you. Release the pressure to predict the future. Give life permission to surprise you. Some answers arrive through time, experience, and quiet inner change. For now, take the step you can see and trust that the next one will meet you. As you move forward, remember that letting go is not something you must complete in one day. It is a gentle choice you can make whenever old pain, fear, or worry returns. You can acknowledge what you feel without allowing it to control you. You can honor the past without living inside it. You can release what is beyond your control and trust yourself to face what comes next. Take one final breath and remind yourself, I release what is no longer helping me. I choose peace, freedom, and a lighter way of living. You deserve to move forward without carrying every old burden with you. If these words helped you feel calmer, please like this video and share it with someone who may need this reminder. Comment, I choose to let go, as a promise to yourself. Subscribe to the channel for more healing and empowering affirmations to support your journey. Until next time, be patient with yourself, protect your peace, and keep moving forward with a lighter heart.